Hello and welcome to High Spirit Travel Vlog. We're really excited to share with you our trip to Ramallah in Palestine. Now, the media can play a huge part in the way we perceive certain regions and countries, and this can in turn make us really fearful to visit these places. Despite all we've heard in the news, we didn't let fear stop us, and we decided to take our first ever trip to Ramallah and see it for ourselves and meet people as well as experience Palestinian culture. As you can see, we travelled to Ramallah and our starting point was Tel Aviv, and we did so early in the morning. It took around 1 hour and 45 minutes to arrive. We had a private tour bus which took us to this destination. Now, if you wish to visit Ramallah, you can also take a bus, train or taxi. Do bear in mind that if you do decide to take the taxi, you'll need to change taxis due to checkpoint restrictions. If you are taking a taxi from Tel Aviv, do ask the driver to drop you at the Damascus Gate in Jerusalem, and from there you can get another taxi to Ramallah. In terms of cheapest transport options, the cheapest option of course is to travel by bus, which we took, and that costed between £2 to £3. So if you're travelling on a budget, do consider getting a bus there. Now, as we mentioned before, going into the Palestinian Authority, you will experience a number of checkouts by Israeli soldiers as you enter Ramallah. Now, if you're travelling via a bus or taxi, do expect to be stopped and make sure you don't carry anything that could give you any issues. To ensure a smooth and easy transfer, make sure you bring your passport and any travel documentation that you think is necessary in case you're questioned about why you're in Palestine. Now, as you can see, we arrived in Ramallah, and this was founded in the 16th century, this specific location. Now, it's currently the de facto capital of Palestine. It's a vibrant, busy cosmopolitan city, and it's considered to be the economic and political heart of the West Bank. As you can see, there are a number of shops, cafes, especially in Al Manara Square. Now, Al Manara Square is a centre of Ramallah. It's a significant location for protests and political demonstration, and you can really feel the energy of this public space. Al Manara means light post, and it symbolises how Al Manara was connected to the electricity grid and the switchboard. As part of our tour in Palestine, we went on to visit the Yasser Arafat Mausoleum. The building is really beautifully designed, and there's a sense of peace and serenity when you walk onto the grounds. When you walk through, you see there's a prayer pavilion and also a gorgeous landscaped garden. You also get to see this beautifully constructed tombstone. There's also a museum that shows history, conflicts, resolutions involving Palestine. Regardless of your personal political beliefs, this is a really crucial place to visit if you are in the territory, as you can come here and educate yourself and see things from a different perspective. We have to say it was a really enlightening part of the trip, and it opened our eyes to what Palestine is about. After this powerful tour, we moved on to explore Jericho. It was a 40-minute drive away from Ramallah, and as you can see, it was a really scenic drive. The route was full of vast mountains that went on forever, and it was actually really breathtaking to see such natural beauty unfold in front of us. We arrived in Jericho, and we found it to be a really beautiful historical city. It's actually another Palestinian city in the West Bank, and it's located in the Jordan Valley, with the Jordan River to the east and Jerusalem to the west. The city is filled with history, and it's believed to be one of the oldest inhabited cities in the world, and the city with the oldest known protective wall in the world. It's believed to be over 10,000 years old, and it was thought to have the oldest stone tower in the world. Now, Jericho is described in the Hebrew Bible as the city of palm tree. The top attractions to visit in Jericho are Hisham's Place, Qasr al-Yahud, the Mount of Temptation, and the monastery of Carental. It's a monastery carved into the Judean mountains, and it looks absolutely wonderful in real life. Jericho is a must visit, especially if you're interested in archaeology and religious history. As we were in the same area, we also did our best to see as much of Jericho as we could. Given we were in the same area, we visited the River Jordan. It's a 251 kilometer long river in the Middle East that flows roughly north to south through the Sea of Galilee and onto the Dead Sea. The river is deeply significant in Judaism and Christianity. It's the river that Jesus was believed to have been baptized in by John the Baptist, and as you can see, Christian pilgrims visit the River Jordan to get baptized in the same way that Jesus did. The surrounding area has well-designed architectural structures where pilgrims and tourists can come and reflect and also take in the sights and sounds of the area. After visiting the River Jordan, we then moved on to Bethlehem to see the Church of the Nativity. This church was interesting to us because it was first completed in AD 339, so it's really historical, and the edifice that replaced it after a fire in the 6th century retains an elaborate set of floor mosaics from its original building. This site, which we're going to visit, also includes Latin, Greek Orthodox, Franciscan and Armenian convents and churches, as well as bell towers, terraced gardens and a pilgrimage route. Now, once you do get into this church and you explore its interior, you will be surrounded by paintings and relics representing the saints. As you delve deeper into the church, you'll find a massive queue to see the birthplace of Jesus. And of course, it's huge because people from all around the world have made this really important pilgrimage to see the people who they believe have saved the world. And of course, in this case, it's Jesus. Now, the Grotto is of prominent religious significance to Christians of various denominations, as it's the birthplace of Jesus, and it's the oldest site continually used as a place of worship in Christianity. And the Basilica is the oldest major church in the Holy Land. If you're planning to visit, please bear in mind that there will be long queues when aiming to view prominent religious sites. So make sure you come in nice and early so that you can get a chance to see this, and also not to find it too stuffy, as it is very hot and the grotto is very, very small. We then moved on to the West Bank barrier. Now, Israel sees it as a security barrier against terrorism, but the Palestinians see it as a segregation wall. In other words, they see it as a way to separate the Palestinians from what they see as a rightful territory. Now, this wall is huge and it's full of political and creative graffiti and artworks. All of these messages and pieces of art along this wall express individual messages and opinions surrounding the political situation in the region, and also more specifically within Israel. As you can see, this wall can really stir up a lot of controversy on both sides, and the barrier itself has a multitude of effects on people's lives, and of course this directly impacts the lives of Palestinians on a daily basis. We then finished off our tour of Palestine by visiting the Banksy Hotel. Placed right before the West Bank barrier, this hotel is independently owned by the controversial artist Banksy. It's a fully functioning leisure hotel, and it houses some of his most popular works, as you can see. All the rooms are en suite and they come equipped for any tourist willing to stay there. Also, if you're on a small budget, you can find rooms in the hotel that offer a bed from $60 a night, and if you wish, you can book a room via the walledoffhotel.com. So that's all. We hope you found this video enjoyable, and if you enjoy our content, do ensure you subscribe to High Spirits Travel Vlog on YouTube. But also make sure you visit our website for travel related accessories, and especially to get that all important theft proof travel bag. Thank you so much for listening.